What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we get started today, I gotta go ahead and say thank God for another day and another opportunity. And as y'all can see from the looks of the title on the screen, I got another very special fire build in store for y'all. Now, I'm gonna be calling it the 3-point post playmaker build, but it's going to come out to a catfish 3-level score out of the center position. Now, when it comes down to this build today, we're going to be able to get sharpshooting and post scoring takeover anywhere from 75 to 81 badges as of season 6. And then when it comes down to this build, as far as the height, I'm telling y'all, we're going to be 7 feet today. Now, with these animations, we're going to be able to get pro dribble moves. And that's really just to start, because out of all NBA players, this one's going to be reminding me of Dirk Nowitzki. Now look, with these attributes, the ones we're going to be able to get to a 100 plus is going to be our close shot, post control, layup, 3-point shot, mid-range, and for the defensive end, we're going to have some solid defensive stats and 90 plus when it comes down to our rebounding. Now, as you can see from the gameplay, this is definitely going to be one of the most elite builds that you can make. Not only saying that just because of the versatility, but when it comes down to the offensive end, you're really going to be able to carry a team out of the center position today. So look, before we get any further into this video, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. Now from here, let's go ahead and get started with the creation. Go with the center position. Now when it comes down to the body settings, make sure that you follow every step. Go with the height of 7 feet so you can leave it as is. Now, when it comes down to our weight, I'm going to go ahead and put this to 237. And then as for the wingspan, put this to 7 feet exactly as well. Now, the body shape I like best is going to be built, but to be more like Dirk, you can go ahead and pick solid. Now, when it comes down to this area, the first one that we're going to get into will be the finishing. So as for the close shot, put this to a 95. When it comes down to our post control, the same exact thing. And then as for when it comes down to our standing dunk, I'm going to go with the 59. As for the driving dunk, I'm going to go with the 55. And then right there when it comes down to our driving layup, make sure you put this to a 79. And as you can see, most of them are going to be on the Hall of Fame tier. I like Post Spin Technician, Pro Touch with Fearless Finisher. This is very important. Now we also get Limitless Takeoff on Bronze, Slithery with Drop Stepper, Back Down Punisher, and then Gold Fast Twitch. Now, one of the most overpowered things about this build is definitely going to be the inside post game. As for the shooting, go ahead and put the mid-range up to an 80. And then for the three-pointer, this is going to be one of the only builds with a 92. Now, as you can see, we get gold limitless range without any needing of the takeovers. As for when it comes down to our free throw, go with the 76. For these 24 badges, we get gold agent 3 out of tier 1. Midi Magician, Hall of Fame Amp, Space Crater, Volume Shooter, Green Machine, and then also for tier 3, like I said, we get Deadeye, and then gold limitless range. Now the offense, I'm telling y'all, looking very overpowered, especially looking like Dirk. Now for the playmaking, go ahead and put that pass accuracy up to an 85. As for the ball handle, put this to a 66, and then moving on to the speed with the ball, I'm going to leave it as is for these 16 badges. Now the ones that I like are Clamp Breaker, Handles for Days, Quick First Step, and then Hall of Fame, Vice Grip. And if you add 2 extra badges to this build, we're going to be able to equip one of the tier 3 Hall of Fame badges. Now when it comes down to the defensive end, go ahead and put this to a 52. As for the interior defense, now when it comes down to the perimeter, go with the 66. And then as for the steal, this is still going to be solid, so go with the 62. Now right there, this is just the start, because as for the defensive rebound, I'm going to go with an 85 for 10 badges. And as you can see, we get Challenger, Glove, Interceptor with Silver Workhorse, Box Out Beast, and then Pick Dodger with Hall of Fame Off-Ball Pass. Now the rest of the attributes will be left over for our physicals. So as for the speed, go with the 73. Moving on to the acceleration, I maxed this out. As for when it comes down to the strength, I'm going to go with the 70. 70 when it comes down to our vertical, put the rest into our stamina. With this build, there's a lot of potential on the offensive end, but take this into consideration. The +4 to 5 from buying your own boost, the additional +4 from running with a teammate that has on Hall of Fame floor general. Now the better we play, it's confirmed that our stats will also gradually raise. And then if you add in 2 separate takeovers when activated, that's at least +10 towards 2 separate areas, which will give us anywhere from +15 to 20 towards our stats. Now with these takeovers, it's simple. We get the sharpshooting and the post scoring. So if you want to double up with the sharpshooting, double up on the post scoring, go ahead and do so. I'm going to go with first, limitless range. Now the second one, I'm going to pick between power backdowns. Post playmaking is okay, but I think advanced post moves is going to be the best out of all of them. Now from here, we're all set to move forward and get into the breakdown of the badges. So let's make sure we made it together correctly. And if you followed every single step of the way, we should be getting these 3 comparisons. I like that one of them is Jokic. And as y'all can see, we have created the 3-point post playmaker, which comes out to this Catfish 3-level score. Now let me know your thoughts and opinions on today's build. Did you create it exactly how I brought it to y'all, or remake your own version? Now look, when it comes down to the attribute boost, make sure you add up everything that I just mentioned. And this is honestly one of the best post scorers when it comes down to 2K on next gen. Now from here, be sure to stay through, because we're going to go ahead and get started with the breakdown of the badges. Now for these finishing badges, I'm going to go with Bronze Limitless Takeoff, Silver Slithery, Hall of Fame Fearless Finisher, Pro Touch, Post Spin Technician, Back Down Punisher, and Core Masher. Now these are honestly the best setup of badges when it comes down to the finishing. I don't even think you need to add extra badges towards this area. Now as far as when it comes down to the shooting, I'm going to go with Gold Agent 3, MIDI Magician with Core, Gold Limitless Range, Hall of Fame Green Machine, Space Crater, Volume Shooter with Amped. Now there's other badges that you can pick from, but I definitely believe that these are all going to boost our shooting percentage. Now these are actually the jump shots that we can pick and recreate from. Now when it comes down to the playmaking, I'm going to go with the Bronze Clamp Breaker, Handles for Days, Mismatch Expert, Vice Grip with Core Silver, Unpluckable. And if you throw 2 extra badges towards the playmaking, we'll be able to make it Hall of Fame. And then from there, we get Gold Quick First Step as well as a Break Starter. Now I think for Tier 1, we picked all of the most important badges. Tier 2, you can consider Bailout. And for Tier 3, these are all nice to go with. It really comes down to your own preference and play style. Now for the defense, I'm going to go with Challenger, Glove, Interceptor on Bronze, Pick Dodger with Silver Workhorse, Core, Gold Box Out Beast, and then Hall of Fame Off-Ball Pass. Now it's pretty cool because out of this area, we're forced to get every single badge out of Tier 1 and Tier 2. And if you want to throw more into this build, you definitely can do so. But look, before we get out of here, I just want to say thank y'all for the support and sticking through to the very end. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And last but not least, comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from. And I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. Now if you have any builds or anything you want to see on this channel, let me know in the comments, and I'm telling you, I will be sure to respond to you. Now if you want to see your build rated on this channel or recreated, drop it down below and I'll be sure to hit y'all back with that comment. But I just need to say thank God for another day and another opportunity. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.